Okay, it says I'm live. Hi, everybody. It has been a while. Let me make sure that the volume is up. It is. Let me know if you can hear me. I had a hard time scheduling this because they've changed some things since the last time I actually scheduled a live. And I had to go in and do some research to see what I was doing wrong. Maybe I just forgot everything. Anyway, today is Sunday. It is May 4th, 2025. And I can't really remember when I did my last live. I don't think I did any when I was in Costa Rica in February and March. But I have been a busy bee. First of all, I wanted to say that I know a lot of you reached out and said, "Hey, where are you? Are you okay? When are you coming back? I missed the streams." And, I like to do these, but it's really, really time consuming. And in this day and age, we have to be very, very focused about our time and where we spend our time because, most of the time we want resources to come in. And I've been spending a lot of time trying to make sure that my resources are much better than last year. I had a pretty bad year last year as far as that was concerned, but things are looking up. So, first of all, this past weekend, and I don't know if you can hear me, I'm a little bit nasal. I'm actually trying to fight a cold that tried to get started this morning. This morning I was in Indianapolis, Indiana. I actually just, jumped off a plane about noon at a wealth conference. I have been trying to immerse myself in, the newest information, and not just information, but the information from the wealthy. What are they doing now? Has anything changed about what they're doing? And what are some new ways that we can use the strategies that they use to become wealthy and keep their wealth? So that was a really good meeting. There was a family that I work with, and they've done very well over the years with the strategies. And of course, I've learned the strategies, but you can't get to the point where you think you know everything. And so I learned a lot more about the strategies that I've been using from this family this weekend. I left on Friday morning, got back today, and my throat is on fire. So I'm sitting here with my, you know what a concoction is, guys. I have in this cup, I have the emergency. I have rosemary from my garden. I have lemon balm from my garden. I have oregano from my garden. And what I do is I cut them, I dry them out on my sun porch, then I crunch them up and I put them in a tea ball. So my tea balls are not round, they're more cylindrical and they have a screw on top. So I heat the water up, put the water in there, and then drop the tea ball down and let it steep. So I'm going to do this, 2 or 3 times tonight to try to see if I can get rid of what I caught. Maybe it was on the plane. I don't know. I wasn't like this early this morning. Goodness knows people are on the plane coughing. And although I have an electronic mask, oh, my necklace is going crazy, hadn't it? Although I have an electronic mask, it it may not have been working the whole time or whatever. Anyway, so the wealth creation seminar was great. Between January and now, I have been doing a lot of research on ways to help small businesses eliminate as much tax as possible and build as much wealth as possible. So I have some new clients that so far are saving, in the $20,000 and $30,000 range in their taxes and, gaining that much income because of the strategies. Also, since the beginning of the year, I have been on a journey, and the journey is called the 40-day turn up. Um, Raise your hand in the chat if you've heard of it. You may not have. It's actually a worldwide program. It's 3,000 people are in the program, and it is to help you learn how to get control of your health. Now, most people use it to lose weight. You have to eat right. And this is the thing that I learned in the 40-day turn up. It's not, it's very important what you eat. You may think that you're eating something very healthy and you find out that it's not. And it's a combination of eating carbs, protein, and fat. And it's a combination of making sure that you eat a certain amount of calories per day and not eating at certain times. For example, eating at night. There's something called our circadian calendar. And I'm a late night eater. I'm a reward eater, or used to be anyway. So I would do all this work, working with clients and having Zooms, and then I'd have this big meal. And that's a no-no for anybody that wants to get their weight under control. It was very strict. Every Saturday morning, we had to weigh in and literally take a picture of ourselves on the scale and send it in, to the program, and take our blood pressure every Saturday before 7, between 5:30 and 7, and send that in because they want accountability. So I'll have you know that I lost like 20 pounds. And in my group, I was the second biggest loser, meaning that out of all the people there, I lost the second. Anyway, I got to keep that up. I don't know, they call it getting the high school skinny back on. I just want to get, I want to make sure that I'm healthy. So I learned how to eat right and what to eat and when to eat and what not to eat and how to keep it on an app. So I have this app that I need to keep up with, and learned a little bit more about fasting, a lot of stuff like that, and exercise. Diet, exercise, and water go together in all of this. And I knew about that combination, but I've learned how to get it right. So I'm gonna be really good this summer. Anyway, that 40-day turn up, they're gonna have it again in I think it's August. No, 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 no. October. So look that up. It may not be a lot of information out there on it, but they've been recognized by all of these associations like the American Heart Association and all that because it works. People have going off of all kind of medications that they were on because it's about what we eat. It's about our lack of nutrition. My mom used to say garbage in, garbage out, and it's so true because a lot of the people are struggling, but they don't understand that they have a hate relationship with food. And I'm going to say love hate relationship with food. I'm a cake, cookie, pie, and ice cream person, and I just can't be that way anymore. So I have to find substitutes for that. So that's one of the other things that I've done. And I think that, let me see, hold on. Okay, I don't know how to do that. Anyway, so that is one of the other things that has been going on. I have reevaluated how I spend my time. You all know that I've been talking a lot about the economy, and this whole channel basically stemmed from the fact that we need to be keeping more of our money, keeping it away from